Hello, welcome to La Mesita. My name is Jeremiah, and I am with
Portia.
We hope you're having a wonderful day. Today at La Mesita, we are delighted to have this wonderful conversation and share beautiful sounds from astonishing artist Vivi LightBody. Hi, how's it going?
Hey, good to see y'all.
Vivi LightBody, Vivian McConnell, is playing music that is self-described as nap rock, dozing and comfortable songs that you can nap to. But even if you don't fall asleep, you will still feel rested enough to go about your day. Her songs have cocktail lounge vibes layered with flutes and lyrics about dried fruit. Think of glitching mermaids. Vivi has been producing music for over 5 years now. She recently released her sophomore LP on May 2020, Make a Shrine or Burn It.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here.
I like the flowers you have.
Thank you. These are birthday flowers. I had a birthday on Sunday, and I'm just relishing in birthday flowers still. It feels really good.
I was informed of your birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thanks. It's definitely different to have a birthday in quarantine, but I felt very loved, and a lot of people sent nice messages. So
I can imagine.
We know you play a lot of instruments. Is there any cool instrument that you will want to learn to play?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now I have a dulcimer under my bed that I'm trying to get better at my main instruments all the time, but dulcimer is one I'd like to learn. I'm always trying to get better at the drums, but that's kind of like a reward when I feel like I'm good enough at my other instruments.
Also, we've covered your Bandcamp. We love your music, so soothing and lovely. Congratulations on your latest release, Make a Shrine or Burn It. What were a few moments you were trying to cover on this project?
The record is kind of about trying to figure out who I am just as an individual. It's kind of a breakup record. It's about kind of navigating through the world as a single person, and also dating and relationships and heartbreak and love and sadness and life and death, and it spans kind of a lot of themes, but it kind of follows an exploration of kind of finding out who I am, I guess.
As an artist, how do you view the issues that fellow artists and venues are going through in this time period?
It's pretty painful to see. I think that our government could be doing a lot better job at everything. But it's just really hard to see small businesses such as music venues just not get any support. And I'm seeing a lot of venues that I've played before in Chicago and also in different cities close down, as well as restaurants and other small businesses and arts communities. And also just I'm seeing a lot of my artist friends who are just struggling to make rent right now, and it's pretty hard to see. I'm thankful I'm in an okay situation right now, but I'm just really hoping that we can turn things around, in the next few months, and the venues that have closed, maybe they'll be able to reopen again. But yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard to watch. That's a really good question.
No, of course. Currently, we are being advised to stay at home. As a creative person, are there any activities that you enjoy to keep your mind creative and not go completely insane?
Well, also a good question. I like to do things musical, of course. Although sometimes I'll be cooking or starting new projects, watercolor. But I really have been playing a lot of flute and kind of going back to the basics, reading music, or I'm really lucky I live with my partner, and he plays guitar as well. So we'll often spend the time playing music together. and just trying to write and pick up my instruments as much as possible to keep things fresh and active, even though there's no there's no concerts happening right now, which is usually what was a driving force for a lot of my creativity. I'm kind of just going back to the basics and practicing a lot and trying to stay focused and be on a routine.
Your song is Fish and Fives. It has become one of my favorites. I really love it. Where did the inspiration come from?
That song I wrote it almost 7 years ago now. It's from one of my earlier records, and at the time I'd been playing a lot of classical guitar, which is, I think, one of the most beautiful instruments, nylon string guitars. And I was spending a lot of time on a beach and I wanted to write something that was just almost a nothing song, something that was so soothing, but you almost don't really know why. And the lyrics are actually, this might be a sad answer, but they're nothing lyrics. It's about nature and love, but in a very vague way. And I wanted to kind of communicate, I don't know, just like more of a feeling than an actual message in that song.
Really great. It is very soothing.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, for me, my favorite song of yours is Horse on Fire. I think it has a really cool and funky beat. What goes through your mind when you're creating the beats for your songs, and how do you settle on a set beat or tune?
Yeah. Horse on Fire is one of my favorite songs to play because it's so funky, right? And I kind of sit into this indie rock or nap rock genre, but Horse on Fire was a kind of a reach into a new genre. I wanted to maybe write songs that were a little more driving. But as far as the beat goes, I was playing with my drummer at the time, and we were just messing around with the songs, and that song was really hard to write a beat to because my guitar part is doing something totally different than the drums, and sometimes it just falls in place. For that song, that was the drummer completely just coming up with a weird funky beat, but sometimes I'll have ideas of beats that I want or energies, or I want it to be really hard, or I want it to be really gentle. But yeah, it's just kind of when you know, and that one was a first attempt at finding the right groove for the song, and it just stuck.
Interesting. Okay, now here's one of our most important questions. What is your favorite creative snack?
Favorite creative snack? Wow.
What I mean by that is, like, when you're in a creative drive, do you have like a go-to snack to go to to refuel yourself? Is there like a set one? And if there is, what's your favorite one?
Okay, I love this question. I think about food a lot.
Very important.
Artists kind of fall into like food as fuel categories, or like, I guess like a lot of humans think about food all the time, and I'm just like always planning out what I'm going to eat. As far as creative snack goes, coffee is a creative snack.
The best.
I think it really depends on the creative mood. I mean, because sometimes if I'm in the flow, for example, this morning I was working on a project and I really didn't eat at all because I was so in the zone. But I don't know, something quick. I love Milagro tortilla chips with avocado. That's like a go-to, just like tortilla chips, or like a quick apple and peanut butter is sometimes
the best.
Yeah, that is really good.
Yeah, it really just depends on what's right now. I'm making some bone broth and have a little cup of bone. It just really I cook a lot, so it's really just depending on what's in the kitchen. So I'm sorry, I didn't really answer your question because it just depends on what's in Vivi's fridge. But
you gave us plenty to work with. Thank you.
What about your childhood? Like, what was it like? Does your childhood play in a role that connects to your music today?
Yeah, I grew up in a musical family. My dad played guitar, not as a performer, but just for himself, and for us. And I have some of my earliest memories are my dad singing me to sleep, playing, good songs on the guitar. And my older brother was also started learning music at a young age, and we were all in piano lessons. And I feel really lucky. Music was a huge part of our household, and we were always listening to music and always playing music. And so yeah, it was a huge part of my development as a musician. And then I actually joined a band with my older brother, so I kind of continued playing music with family members. And we don't play in a band together anymore, but yeah, it's my childhood, musician, like my childhood was full of music, and it definitely has made a huge impact on me.
Okay, if you could send a 15-second message to future VV LightBody, what would it be?
Take some deep breaths, go outside every day, and put down your phone and pick up your instrument.
You were over by 1 millisecond. How dare you?
No, I can redo it. I mean,
I'm joking.
No.
I wasn't really counting. You thought I was counting 15 seconds in my head?
This guy has some skills, Jeremiah.
Anyway, do you have any other music projects besides VV LightBody?
I do. I started a duo with one of my best friends, Daniel Villarreal, and he is the drummer of the Chicago band Dos Santos. And we started playing together in around 2017, and it's just like a duo. And he plays drums and I play keyboards, flute, and I sing. And it's a really super fun project. We're called Valebol. I don't know if I said that. So it's like Valebol, Valebol. But we don't have any music online yet.
Interesting. So you can't really tell like the audience like where we can find your other projects because it's not available to the public yet?
Not available, but
okay.
We are this spring or this early winter, we're hoping to record our debut record. Fingers crossed, things go well, but there is one video on YouTube from our first show, which is very exciting. But yeah, we're so new, and the project kind of took off really quickly. Daniel is a really popular drummer in Chicago, and I come from the indie rock background, and our sounds really excited people. And a project started as something really relaxed, but it became serious and very exciting really quickly. So we actually haven't had time to record any music yet, but we have a whole record worth of material. So yeah. So unfortunately, no, there's no place to listen to Volleyball except for one track. But you can find us on Instagram, and we post really beautiful photos.
Okay. Before we leave, can you tell the audience where you can find VV LightBody's music, where we can find your music?
For sure. Well, first place I would recommend going to, you can find VV LightBody on Bandcamp, where you can stream all the songs, and also if you would like to support the cause, you can do that. You can stream the songs, and there's vinyl available for a pre-order. And also it's streaming on all services, all digital streaming services, and YouTube.
Well, thank you, Vivi, for joining us today. It was really great having you.
It was such a pleasure chatting with you all.
Thanks to all the people out there for listening to Lumpen Radio. See you next time, and take good care. Also, have a Merry Christmas. We're in the month already. Might as well say it.
But your eyes will always be so. I see blue and so. Money too. Never coming back. inside your glasses in the summertime, in the park that time, and there's no such thing as paying rent